Hello, fellow pickers and stuff lovers. You're joining us here at Alice Ops, and we have a fabulous haul gathered from things we picked up a couple weeks ago. I've thrown in some other stuff we've picked up since then. We're delighted to bring you this because that was an exceptional weekend. We had an exceptional weekend of sales. And the first thing I'm going to tell you about is an estate sale we went to. It was an estate sale where we found quite a bit of stuff, and I wasn't expecting that at all. Usually the estate sales we go to, as you all know, they're very expensive. We don't usually pick up that much, if anything. We don't. But this one was miraculous. So here are some of the things we got there. Basically, we looked around and there were a couple of things that were interesting. To wit, this teacup, which is Ainsley. And it's nothing fabulous. I'm kind of regretting picking them up, but it has a fleur de lis motif, and that seems to be somewhat popular. But the ones you really want are the ones with hand-painted flowers inside at the bottom of the teacup. Those, like, some of them go for $100 and more, depending what's on there. The other one, this one, does have a flower in the middle, but I'm not too sure it was, you know, as fabulous as some of the ones I've seen. It is Ainsley as well, and they were $15 each. At first, I really wasn't sure about picking those up, but I saw something that changed my perspective. And I'm going to ask you, out of everything you see on the table, what would be your choice for the item that's going to bring in the most? So you can make your selection, and I will reveal in a little while. So basically, I saw some items that were something I've sold before, and it's stuff that goes for quite a bit and is very good quality. So when I spotted that, and it was at a reasonable price, I decided I'm just going to start picking up stuff that is interesting, because if I can get that at a good price, then it's all worth it, right? Okay, so I will tell you, the stuff that is really worth the money on this table is this yellow and blue stuff. Yellow and blue stuff is Limoges, particularly Giverny, and this is from the Musée Claude Monet, so the Claude Monet Museum in France. And these pieces were created for that collection. They're actually based on pieces that Claude Monet himself designed for his family a long time ago, and they're reproductions of those pieces. That yellow and blue pattern, same thing with this delightful cup and saucer. These items were $10 each, and I'm very confident that they can sell for at least $100 to maybe $200 for the vase. So if you see that stuff, you don't hesitate, just pick it up. I mean, if it's under 20 bucks, I would say that's a really, really good thing. You know, 20, 25 bucks, you will make some money. I had once at a garage sale bought a lidded dish that was about this size for $1. And it was one of those things, you know, I was there with my husband and I kind of showed it to him and said, I don't know, what do you think? I didn't even check the bottom, you know, it was at the end of the day and it was like 3 o'clock and I thought, well, do we need another piece of porcelain to try and sell? Sometimes it takes a while. And he says, well, you know, for $1, what have we got to lose? You know, I thought that's very sound. And it helped me get some information about those pieces. Because I picked that up, I found out about the Claude Monet collection, and I sold that for a pretty good amount, but I would ask for more now. I think I sold it for about $50. And so here we are. I see that blue and yellow stuff on a table, and I wanted to rush over and just nestle around it so that no one else would see it and touch it and nothing could happen to it. Fortunately, we were there early and there was no one else there. So I start picking up that stuff and handing it to the gentleman and saying, can we make a pile of good stuff that we're considering taking? And he said yes. So I thought, even if he doesn't come down a lot on his prices, if they're all about $10 a piece, we should be okay. From there, I turned around and saw some other things I really liked, and that I've seen before. These are, I'll try and give you a good look here, Création Jacques Lobjoy, 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 and that's Service Bistro Orange. It has this orange line here, so they call that the Orange Bistro Service. And it's Porcelaine d'Auteuil. D'Auteuil is spelled D'-A-U-T-E-U-I-L. So it's made in France, and that whole collection is pretty desirable, with different pieces being worth different things. So with those, I'm taking a bit of a gamble. They were about $10 a piece, but what I loved about it is that at that price, and because I have different pieces to play with, it's worth taking a gamble. Some of them might be worth $80, some of them might be worth $25. You know what I mean? That's excellent, and I love selling that kind of stuff. This says Poivre de Malabar, so pepper from Malabar, wherever that is. I guess not that geographically inclined, and it's from the same collection. And there's still pepper in it. You know how there's usually still pepper or salt in anything? I'm sure you've encountered that. There's sugar and sugar stuff, and some stuff I don't even know what it is. This is sel de mer, so that's sea salt. And from the same collection from France, etc., you would put your sea salt in here and you hang that on your wall. They're all in good condition. I spotted that in a cupboard. And it's from the same good people. Unfortunately, used to have some gold here, but that got rubbed away. This is from a different series. It's Service Fruits, so fruit service, but from the same Jacques Lobjoy from Paris, France, and it says golden inside, for the golden delicious, I suppose. And I thought that was another good thing to try. Eau de nuit means night water, which sounds like a bad thing, but you know, it's actually a carafe for having some water in the middle of the night. You put it on your nightstand. And this is from a different company. It's a Revel, but also made in France. I looked up one that was quite the same, and it went for like $7, which is not good. But I love these things, and I think that maybe if you leave that there long enough, someone will come along who will appreciate it, because it's unique. You know, you can't just get that anywhere. And then started throwing in some other stuff. They had lots of Villeroy & Boch, but I just start losing it when there is a lot of good stuff but the value really depends on the pattern. And everything was a different pattern. This we picked up the bowl and mug from with the Provence pattern. Another Villeroy and Boch. This one is Eden. And looks like this. Again, that was $5 a piece. You know, the mug was $1, the bowl was the mug was $5, the bowl was $5. When I went upstairs, I found this in the bathroom. And these. So this is from Porcelaine de Paris, Les Bains Décorés. And again, I thought, I'm getting a pretty good bargain, and I don't mind paying a little bit if it's something different that I haven't seen before and that's good quality. It's got a name brand. I can put that in the title. These, I wasn't sure what they were, but after a little bit of brain work, I thought to myself, I mean, they're not doing anything sitting like that, but they do have a wall hanging spot here. So I would imagine you hang these and they are there for a paper towel holder. That's what I came up with. I love the pattern. I love the design. So we threw all these pieces in. There was also a fishing reel in its original box, a vintage one that's worth maybe between 30 and 40. You know, there was another piece of Claude Monet, a small lidded dish that I have wrapped up somewhere at the moment. And for all of this, he was asking 120. We ended up paying 110. I'm fabulously happy with that, because it gives us a chance to try some really good pieces and know that if some of them don't do so well, we've got other ones that will do really well. So it's a win-win, and I'm excited to sell those pieces because I love them. Couple of funny stories at that sale. First of all, we've got this pile of porcelain, and the man, literally any time he was running the sale, the estate sale for the people living there, anytime somebody would come up to him with something that had no price on it, he would just look at it like dismayed, like, oh, I don't know, I don't know, $10. Well, if you don't know, I don't know either. Like, I was surprised that he was that distraught, and that he hadn't kind of prepared some idea of what he wanted for these items. But anyways, so he grabs the fishing reel, and the box isn't taped shut or anything, of course, and he drops it on part of a porcelain we were buying, and I just had to stifle a scream, like, stop. Fortunately, everything was okay, but they were set up in the middle of everything, and people were starting to come in. It was crowded. They had no place to wrap up stuff and to take your money and to decide on the prices that they hadn't decided. It was kind of like being at a circus, but with porcelain. And so that was comical, a little nerve-wracking, but what an experience. Then also midway through this, we had paid for everything, and I was off looking at something. My husband was going to the car to bring something there, and he saw this woman coming up and picking up one of the teacups, and she started saying how beautiful they are, and he said, yes, I know, we're taking those. And she said, oh, no, but they're great, I'm really interested in them. Can't help you with that. So my husband's like, yes, that's it, they're ours. And she says, no, but I really want them. I'm gonna take them. It's always surprising and funny. And my husband's there going, no, we've actually paid for them. We're gonna take them and wrap them now. And the guy who's running the sale just completely does not have control. He turns to her and he says, well, I don't know, I'm confused. I'm going, dude, we just paid you the money, you know. I don't know, they should be writing receipts or something. It's just, what an experience. So anyway, she backed off because, I mean, you know, we're taking them. So that was fabulous. It was amazing to find that much fun stuff to try, high quality things in one sale. Then we picked up some other fun things. This was at a thrift store. My husband found this. I love the way that it's this oversized cup, this nice blush here. We looked it up. It's German from what I remember, and probably about turn of a century, something like that. Because of the mark, there's a CT here, and we looked that up and gave us the information. This was $2, so I thought, oh, we should have some fun with that. We'll see what it brings. This is something I saw at a garage sale in a bin that said $1. You'll notice it has like little tiny chip. It's mostly in not bad condition. I think it says Capo di Monte. I can't read it very well, so I'll have to really go with my loupe and have a good look. If it says Capo di Monte, that's very good. Usually that's highly collectible and made in Italy and cool. If it doesn't, it still says something. And, you know, it's a nice subject. It's well done. I think people will appreciate that. Other garage sale, we got this little critter for $2. I will take him out of the box. He's handmade in Germany, and he's probably not worth that much. Some of them, depending on the subject, he's got a little reindeer on his belly. Like that, he must be magic, right? Some of them, depending on the subject, you know, maybe go for $20. This is maybe 12 to 15, something like that. Not gonna say no to that, especially when he's in his box. And then I picked this up because I love this analog, you know, kind of mechanical stuff. It's just got that vintage appeal to me, and it's just a stamp with numbers. I figure it's still useful and looks great on a desk. It just looks official. You're going to be doing something. It's going to be important, whatever you're doing. And this, which actually still has a tag on it, and it's German, and it goes into that category that's kind of like fat lava vases, but it's a bit more refined than that, and I find that they're not that popular. But it was 50 cents, I think, or a quarter, something unbelievable like that, so I thought I would try it. We also have this recipe box. It was 75 cents at the thrift store. It is munged up and we will need to clean it, but I thought the subject is magnificent and makes me hungry. And, you know, vintage, probably 60s. And we saw some that maybe, you know, we're going for about $15 or so. I will soon have another haul for you because we got more, trust me. But this was a great fun thing to share with you. And of course, thank you so much everybody for subscribing. We've had so many subscribers lately, and I'm so appreciative. I'm so glad that you're enjoying all this, and it's my pleasure to share it with you. If you would like to read some of my stories, I also love writing. You can visit my website at words.incandescence.com, and we will feature that below. But I'll spell it for you. It's words.incandescence. ANDESCENCE.com. And also visit my Etsy shop at etsy.com/shop/episode 01. Thank you for everybody for your support, for everybody who's been going in and having a look at all that. I'm looking forward to sharing stories with you as well in what I write. And hopefully you're having a good time picking up stuff, learning the stories behind the stuff. And if you'd like to leave a comment, I always love reading them. Subscribe, like, do those cool things, and we'll see you very soon.